Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making episode 94. We're still playing as the off-mustachioed Kaiser Wilhelm II, the Great of the Holy Roman Empire, and he is the grandson of Kaiser Wilhelm I, who was the son of Kaiser Ulrich III, and so on, so forth, all the way back to Duke Otto of Saxony, our original starting character. We're currently in one war that we do care about, the Holy Roman War for the Duchy of Jerusalem, County of Jerusalem, and County of Hebron. This place down here. We're just moving our army into Hebron itself, because it will be easier to besiege. And we've already wiped out the guy's army. Do Kalinkas. Is he Orthodox? No, he's Greek, and that's why he's a Do and not a Duke. No drama. Let's get that speed up to the appropriate level. So on the 19th we'll get there. We do have levies raised, being the fleet here. I wonder, when we put down levies, if we get to keep the boats from the merchant fleets permanently. That'd be kind of neat. I mean, there are only 20 of them. But if so, then we could potentially, I don't know, continually raise new troops. Okay, we're over the supply limit in this province, but only by a little bit, and we're going to be attacking it anyway, so we will probably shortly be beneath the supply limit. And as before, the entire point of this... Well, we have a holy war for Sicily. We will join in, my friend. So he's going for the Chulanids here. He's declared war at a fairly large section of the Arabian world. But, well, we're not really going to help him out, are we? We're just saying that we'll join in. Yeah, let's attack this place. Hopefully that should give us the percent. Yep, perfect. I'll be taking all of your land. Done. Okay, so now we own all of this. Now, we have an issue here. It's also given us this barony, which is excellent, I feel. Hasn't given us this one. This one is still, Ramallah is still part of the Byzantine Empire. Now, the issue here, we do want to give away Jerusalem. So let's find somebody to give it to. So we want a male. He cannot be in prison. Don't care about him being married. He cannot be a ruler. He must be not my religion group, and he can be any culture, and he should be a man, like a adult, sorry. Alexei must be like the last Slavic guy alive. So let's see. We can grant him land, so let's see about granting him the County of Jerusalem. And then making him independent. Now, one thing that we've done by doing this, we can also give him the, Duchy of the County of Hebron and then the Duchy of Jerusalem. That would be fine. We should have actually given him the Duchy, but... You see, now we have an inroad into the, Middle East. And I'm tempted to use it. I'm very tempted to use it. The Abbasids are ruled by Caliph Sadiq. He's got the Sultan of Syria as a buddy, and that's it. Of course, any holy wars will cause anybody here marked as Sunni to join in. But another thing that I've noticed, he has bad decadence. You can see that he's losing almost 14% of his income from his demesnes. It's an issue for him because he doesn't have that much in the way of income, certainly nothing like we do, I mean, God. But it's also an issue for him because minus 58.3% troop morale. Let's just give his barony to somebody else. So by giving it to another barony, we've put it immediately under this guy's, purview. That's fine. You know what? We are going to give the Duchy of Jerusalem to another fellow that we can within our realm. Why not the steward of Upland? He's Jewish. I doubt the Jews count as part of Christianity, because even though they're part of the Abrahamic religion, or religion group, they shouldn't count as Christianity, same as how the Muslims don't. But just to be clear, we'll give it to a pagan. Congratulations, buddy, you are the Duke of Jerusalem, include all lower titles. And now you're independent. Now we send our troops back to the boats. We'll send the boats back upstairs, and yeah, everything will be fine. We could potentially stop by and wipe these dudes. We might do that. Ah, our truce with this fellow is about to run out though. Just in time. Is he still Orthodox? Yep. Okay, so on the 7th of March they get to the boats. They're at the boats. Whoops. Okay, so that's a Sunni uprising. That's the army of the Chilonids. So if we go up here to the Strait of Messina, we could actually, sort of be a sneaky little bastard and start besieging places in here. We've definitely got the supply limit for it. And after we do that, we can put the boats back because it's just a little jaunt up through Sicily. Sounds good to me. We're going to ignore Malta down here because it's a pain in the ass to do anything with. No, you can keep claiming, fabricating that claim. I don't mind that. That guy doesn't like us. We have a lot of de jure ducal claims. Kravici, Kirikon, Shud, Torquay, Olvia, and Sapmi. Well, we've got about half a year left before the Truce of the Bulgarians runs out, so we'll probably be trying to claim Torquay as one of the king's holdings. You want to reduce... Another thing that we can do is reduce the number of personal holdings of the kings of different realms. Bulgaria is currently primogeniture, so it's a little bit harder to do. Under Gavelkind, you just kill him, because everything gets split then. But if we start taking pieces of land that he owns, then he either has to, fuck over some other noble within his realm to get more land, or just take the loss. And if he takes the loss, his relative power to factional sort of things goes down. 37% is ridiculous. That's just stupid. Maybe after this fight, of a series of fights, we should try and have a feast or something like that. Okay, so I'm just going to take these troops and land them in Messina. That will be a, military landing, an amphibious one. But considering the troop difference, I'm not terribly concerned. Okay. Now we just send these guys back up to Rome where we can dismiss them. And you can see we started at half morale, but that will increase quite swiftly. And we're now besieging Messina. Which is a great position if this army wants to come back down, because then they have to cross over the strait. One of our children needs an education. Ah, good, my strong, proud daughter. Well, why not diplomacy? Yeah, this guy seems to be pretty good. Slothful, though. Slothful's not great. Ah, this guy. Gets us a little bit of extra opinion with him. Alright, now we put down the boats. And yeah, looks like we keep that 20... There's 20 ships. If we choose to get rid of them, yeah, they're special event troops. So we keep those. I think I'll move them up to Istria. Because most of our... Well, for the foreseeable future, most of our naval activity will be at Venice or at Arborea Cagliari. Wow. So our steward has had that little event where he gets us extra money, the special tithe collected, fire, and that's gotten us 452.5 gold. I think it's time to buy something. Just have a quick look around. If there's anything that we can purchase. Jousting lists in Nuremberg, sure. And I think we're still... Oh, we could get something in the retinues. Were we at capacity? These guys should be at capacity, I feel. Yeah, there's 8 retinue units there, 8 there. And yeah, the full 12,000 men up here. Alright, well, I believe we wanted 1 knight... Well, 3 knight retinues for each army. We can probably get 1. Yep. That's alright. And we'll let them just train up, and then we'll go and put them somewhere. And was there anything left that we could buy with 200 gold? Yes, barracks in Znojmo. Neat. So if we can keep firing this event for these 20 galleys, that would be really cool. I don't think that it's going to let us, though. I believe what will happen is you only ever get 20 ships from that, which is fine. I mean, it's 20 ships we don't have to raise from somewhere else when we need them. Yeah, so what we're doing here isn't really helping us out. We are definitely helping out the, you know, Byzantine Empire, but that's alright. I don't mind. We're going to get all their stuff at some point anyway. But in the meantime, this fellow, with his 0 allies, we have a de jure claim for this kid. I'd say that we'll intercept that army. It's not even trying to move. And what about down here? I think the truce with Bulgaria runs out in September. Yep, the 16th of September, so we're getting close. We are definitely getting close. I just want to make sure that we hit this army and, you know, deal with it before I go back down to paying attention to Sicily. There we go. The Pope thinks that he would be a better court chaplain. I'm amazed that he wants to be court chaplain. And he would be a better one by a little bit, but the problem there is that we regularly piss off the Pope. So give Bishop Popo a chance. Because if we regularly piss off the Pope, then that's a councillor that doesn't like us. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to try and force that siege. I'm just going to let it happen. We could force it really easily, but it's just going to happen. Mogai has no other options. There's our truce with Bulgaria ending in 6 days. And you know, after we besiege this place down, we could probably leave the Byzantines to their thing. They appear to have more than enough troops to do whatever they need to here. The Chilonids are also having their own internal issues. 38 days. And as expected, this guy has lost his little war. We have inherited the various counties of Novgorod, it seems. That's because the current ruler died. You. You've got children at least. And you're a German Catholic. Wonderful. You. Grant landed title. Do we not have the Duchy of Novgorod? No. We can't usurp it either because this dude is at war with someone. Ugh, that's irritating. It would have been a lot easier. Let's see, this guy owns one county in this area. This guy owns two. He owns Torzok and Ledika. These two. So if we give each of those... We'll give this guy Novgorod and Toropets, and we'll give the other guy Luki. So, have Novgorod. And have Toropets. And you can have Luki. And that'll let this guy usurp Novgorod when the time comes. And we appear to also have Verbetsk? That's just weird. Ugh, I don't want to give it to this guy because he's Russian. Remember, we're still trying to convert everything to German as much as we can. So, let me see. Where was that? Verbetsk, over here. It's part of this duchy. You're German? Good. Congratulations, dude. You now own Verbetsk. And we're back at the appropriate limit. Excuse me. So, what's happening down here? Okay. Well, this is good, in a way. This guy here has had the Ashenis Emirate down here declare war on him. He's had the Galilean Emirate here declare war on him. He's basically getting, you know, gang stabbed. And that's good. Though we really should have our trigger for Crusades by now. A non-Christian holds Jerusalem. I mean, it'll get even more non-Christian in a moment. When one of these guys, you know, wins. Because traditionally it was when the Muslims took Jerusalem that the Crusades began. In terms of, you know, game terms. So, yeah. Ah, good. This guy's finally completed his mission to Torzog. I think... Where do I want to put him? Ah, more of these Sumanesco places. That'll be fine. We'll put him in Uglich. Go for it. Truce of Bulgaria is over. Now, Bulgaria does have an army, but, well... Oh, we also have a claim on Belgrade? The hell is that from? Wouldn't be bad, but I'd rather get this de jure stuff out of the way. He's going to raise troops up there, I believe. No? Alright. Ah, he's already raised troops at some point. Is he at war with somebody else? Ah, yes, Adana. Huh. Okay. Get rid of that plot. Get rid of all of these claims. Independence has gone down slightly. We just want to avoid them getting to about 60%. Really, they shouldn't be able to get there because of our retinues and because of how big we are. Too big to fail. We're an American corporate bank. So yeah, we just assault our way through this stuff as quickly as possible. Because it's all really shit, to be honest. Ah, good. This siege is completed. I offer you peace. Done. So, what else is there to do up in the Great North? Well, apparently we have a reason for war on Norway and not on Swemi. The King of Swemi is actually a Catholic. That is bizarre. And apparently we're allies in another war. Indeed we are, indeed we are. So there's nothing left for him to do up there. Nothing left for him to do there. We still have a truce with Finland for 4 years. About this place over here. Yep, okay, so we're going to send our guys over there to take Karjala. And maybe we'll do something up here. Nope. We can always make claims, you know, using the Pope. And we may do that just to get Finland under control. Or Swemi, as they call it. I believe when we take it, it will become Finland, but I can't be sure. And yeah, we really don't have to help out the Byzantines. We're just kind of doing it for the lulz, really. Okay, that's good. Uglich has already been converted to the Catholic faith. Well, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to remain there for half a year because the cooldown isn't expired. Sweden is saying that it will part from me. It will still remain in my realm, at least. Hemming of Upland and this guy himself. Well, he's not going to do... like, he's not going to like us. And Hemming of Upland, though. Maybe. At least he's not ambitious. We can make him positive at the very least. So maybe that will have an effect. Okay, that was this siege down here, so now we have our ticking war score against the Bulgarian. And where are the rest of his forces? Well, he's got an army down here that we might go and say hello to. And again, we've got plenty of money. Typhoid fever has turned up in Messina, so we're actually going to abandon that little fight. Just come back up here to Rome. I have no interest in taking attrition from, you know, disease. The Byzantines can deal with that. Okay, so Plock's been taken back. One day at the market, a strange man comes up to you and offers to sell you what he swears is a finger of St. John the Baptist. You look at it carefully, and it does indeed seem to be a set of old human bones. So, I must purchase this holy relic. We lose 10 gold, gain 10 piety, and for all time, we get +2 piety per month. Or, this can be anyone's finger. We gain these, well, 20% chance of getting cynical, which would get rid of zealous. So, yeah, we now own a holy relic. Good on us. Okay, so, that guy took Plock back. So now we have 31 years before Poland gets integrated. I'm alright with that. We'll just keep an eye on it, and if it gets up to the 90s before we, you know, can do anything about it, then we'll tell them to stop. You know, by giving out places. But I think that we've done the right thing. Maybe. Only time will tell. Oh, apparently we had a little battle there. Jeez, how long does it take you to, you know, beat down a shitty garrison? So that's the main Bulgarian army there. Wow, they're bigger than I thought. That's what she said. Let's just stop in Turno, because then he will probably have a river crossing against us. Oh, actually, yeah, really quickly, we're going to try and take this army out before this one gets here. Even though it's a river crossing, we outnumber them significantly. Unfortunately, they're going to run away. So we're going to feign a move into Karvuna. So they will outnumber us if they join up, which is an issue. It shouldn't be a huge issue. I mean, we don't have much in the way of troops around there. I don't think. No, we really don't. Which is annoying, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, these guys are definitely trying to come up and get the reinforce on. It's going to be a bit touch and go. Is there a crossing penalty anywhere? No. Alright, we're going to go back to Turno because I know that we've got excellent defences up there. And if they start really coming at us, you know, we'll actually go up to Galaz. I think Galaz is much better. Hang on, Severin? Okay. No, Turno is good. Turno is very good. And we have a lot of money. So again, let's see if we can spend any of it. We may run out of things to spend money on at some point. Let's do the upgrade to the jousting lists in Passau. Okay, so this fight, Verbetsk has converted to the Catholic faith. He's right, the war is indecisive. I mean, he owns a lot of stuff here. So now what I suspect they will do is try and walk up the coast. And you know, if they do that, fine. Hopefully they leave this army alone, because this army, which is a mercenary army, if they leave that army alone, I should be able to take it out and then deal with the bigger army. One cynical comment after another. I could not take it anymore. I even tried to bribe Berta so that she would shut up and stop firing cynical remarks at me. Stop it! Stop it, please! That's minus 15 opinion of her. Okay, yeah, so these guys are trying to unite. That's alright, I'm not too concerned. Jean Barreland has converted to the Catholic faith. These guys are still moving around. These guys here, Rome has sickness. So I'm actually going to move these guys up a little bit further just to get them out of that thing. Because there's a chance that the army commanders could get it. Okay, is he making the move? He is making the move! Okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Just let me check my commanders. Yep, best commanders money can buy. Or not buy, as the case is. And that other army down here, yep, all good. So unless he has a bunch of, you know, 20 plus military commanders, which he does not. So he's taking the major river crossing penalty. He has one guy at 17 against my guy of 21, one guy of 9 against my guy of 23, and one guy of 2 against my guy of 23. So, yeah, before his reinforcements arrive, we're winning, and after his reinforcements arrive, this guy has been replaced by somebody even worse. Yeah, we've won that. Left flank looks a little sketchy. It's just very surprising to me, but there we go. As soon as one broke, the numbers were just too great. And that's given us the, wow, 5.7 military tech and a massive amount of war score. We're going to chase that army down, though. See if we can do that before he demands peace from us. Just to, further shatter his ability to do anything. Let's see if he gets some sort of factional revolt. So there's Vikings there. They're Finnish Vikings. So, that's good and bad. I mean, we still have a truce with Finland, but now we're hostile to them. So we're going to go and occupy their shit and basically beat the crap out of them for daring to, do what they're doing. And we can get money back that way. Because, sieges. Okay, that's good. And one last fight. I'm surprised he hasn't sent us the, hey buddy, want to do peace? Come on, I'm totally good for it. And down in the south, it appears that the guys are winning their war, as they should be, because they've stacked 10,000 troops on this poor bastard. We're hostile to them because of the Byzantine thingy. Which really isn't going to be an issue. So it looks like we could get another cheap amount of gold out of Venice by doing another embargo war. I think we might do that. Because this little war down here in Sicily, while the Byzantines appear to have won it, they haven't won it yet, sort of thing. There's a trade war over Benevento. Oh, okay, well, good on you, Venice, that's fine. Let me just declare an embargo war on you, so we'll raise 6 trade ports to get 385 gold. Go. And that should wipe out all the Bulgarians' armies, and, well, it's time for some peace, buddy. Done. Excellent. So this army will now head up. Do we have a truce with the Ruthenian? Yeah, for 4 years, but I believe the truce with Russ is over. So we'll send him up here. Bit of a journey, but, worth it. And actually, no, I've changed my mind. He's going to come down here. There's a Venetian trade port there that we can take, as part of the activity. But this guy here, after he's finished buggerizing around in Finland, we're only hostile for another 180 days or so. So after he's done, doing that, he can come over here and deal with the eastern stuff. Because we don't actually have that much more of the east to expand into apart from Ruthenia. I mean, Scandinavia, sure, but we've almost got all of Rus, and we kind of wanted this bit up here, but not the rest of Perm, so maybe cut it off on this line here. Ruthenia is still big, but, what could we do about that? And Tarika is basically 2 holy wars away from being ours. Well, 1 holy war and then some repossession of the Byzantine Empire. So yeah, we'll deal with that. And this army can come over here to the west to... Well, we haven't done anything in the west for some time, I feel. I think we're going to have truces... Well, no truces with anybody. And the hostile timer on Finland is constantly refreshing because they're still raiding us. Okay, new chaplain. Guntram, the Bishop of Trebek. And we're going to send him into Tver. Yeah, we're going to send him to there. Oh, dad jokes already, and I'm not even a father. You can probably stop that. Yes, so quick assaults. Just, get it done. Now, it does count as an occupation, but I'm not really sure of the point, to be honest. I mean, apart from just denying him the ability to do anything. Okay, so now we move him to Ferrara to do the trade post there. And we barracks in Steiermark. Yeah, so how we get a ticking war goal with the Venetians, because I don't think they've got an army sitting around anywhere for us to beat up, is we occupy all of the trade posts. It's not going to be a big issue for us. Independence is back up at 37%. Ugh. It's probably the highest it's been yet. Oh, we already occupy that one. Okay. Well, I know we don't occupy Aquileia. So we'll handle that, and depending on where the other army is, Istria before we send this force over. And we'll probably get this force to get this retinue up there. Why not? No, do we actually have... No? Huh. I thought I saw one of my children had typhoid fever. No, she does. Well, that's annoying, but she's strong. She should pull through. And that's because she's being tutored by this guy in Zadar. I think, yeah, and Zadar has a little issue with disease. Hopefully she gets better. But if she doesn't, she's only a daughter. Not that important. One of my sons is of legal age. He is a brilliant strategist. So he is, so he is. We're going to have to find him some land. Well, I wasn't planning on doing any holy wars right the fuck now. You my marshal? I think you're my marshal. No, he's a marshal of Tyrol. So, Kempton. Can I actually revoke titles? No, I'd have to do some weird fuckery because he's not under my domain. Kempton. Oh, it's not there. Alright. I guess we're going to have to do a quick holy war on someone like Kajala. Yeah. It's not too big of a problem because we can obviously soak the lost prestige. But let's get him married in the meantime. To, let me see. Oh, a nice diplomatic lass. Well, Dorothea isn't bad. I mean, sure, she's a Littlefinger. But she should be far enough removed that there isn't some sort of, incest issue. Alternatively, Sophia down here would be good. You know what, let's have a look for positive things. So, Berta has attractive, but she's 31, so, you know, not great. Ah, Dobrava here. No, she's Orthodox. Let's have a look at the wealthy ones. Ah, perfect. Girly. Might be Norse, but she's Midas touched and quick, so we'll go for that one. Done. And in the meantime, have you had any children yet? No? I think you're getting too old, so let's, wow. Can we request the excommunication? No, no. I'm fine with that because, while Prince Wilhelm is, you know, whatever. If... Oh, the succession is fine. That's the thing. It doesn't really matter too much. There are so many Littlefingers around that, you know, we'll be fine. Good. Oh, I think the issue in Sweden's over. Yes, excellent. We've got an extra vote. So for the meantime, we don't have to worry about that. Now, another reason for us not to form any kingdoms just yet, which is something I realized last episode, is when we form a kingdom, it has the crown laws of the empire. So it starts at medium crown authority, papal investiture, agnatic elective. See, Sweden is agnatic elective. It was at medium, we've advanced it to high, and it has papal investiture. Whenever we change a law in Sweden, it pisses people off. So what we want to do is change the HRE laws, then form kingdoms which will already have those laws and not piss people off by changing them. Nice and simple. Yeah, we'll head down to Istria. Might as well. Get that sorted. We can now usurp the Kingdom of Italy. It will... When we form a kingdom, it runs under our empire's laws. When we usurp it, it runs under the laws that it had. So Italy is running under agnatic Gavelkind, which is fucking terrible. What's France running under? France is also running under agnatic Gavelkind. And I don't know what crown, like what authority they're at. So, we may never form those because it'll just be a pain in the ass to deal with. We need to deal with that little army there of Venetians. Just because our little retinue here is passing through their space. And the last thing I want to do is just lose a retinue. I mean, we get the points back, but we don't get the gold back, or the time, you know, that sort of thing. So, yep, just wipe them out. Get a little bit of war score out of it as well. Okay. So we can declare war on the Italian in a moment. He's finished all of his wars. That's why we now have the ability to usurp the title. Because, as we know, you can't usurp the title from somebody who is at war. New Duke in Upland. We'll just pay him a little bit of cash real quick, just to pump his opinion up. Because that was who was voting for us here, I feel. More raiders doing their raiding thing. Excuse me. Alright. So we're just going to keep that army there until these guys get there. And then we'll send them off somewhere. Burlad has converted to the Catholic faith. Nice little stream of conversions we've had of late. Okay, that's fine. How you doing, Burgundy? Not great? Okay, so, this time, even though this woman probably... Okay, she is the Countess of these titles, which is great. But even if she wasn't, let's pretend that she wasn't for a moment. So we come here and we have two options. So we've got Claim Valais for the Count of Kempton, or Claim Schwiz for her. Now normally we wouldn't want to press that claim on Schwiz, or Shies, because then she would get the title, but because she's, you know, a woman and we wouldn't have had her be a count or countess or whatever, then she'd just become a little independent realm, or still beholden to the Burgundian revolt. That's not the case, even if she didn't hold land, because she is my kinswoman. So because we're of the same dynasty, she'd become a vassal. But we would already have that happen. So that's fine, we'll declare for that little bit, when, you know, we get our dudes in position. And that may let us take the Duchy of Upper Burgundy. Yeah, it looks like it. And that'll be good. Alright. So these guys should move up to Grissons. Stop trying to murder people. Okay, so did we take that trade post? I wasn't paying attention. Yes, and now we have a ticking war score. I'm going to move these guys up to Istria, just because it's a little bit easier to move people around in from there. More of a central location, if you will. Not that I expect much from Venice. Jeez, guys, move slower. And we're actually coming up to the end of the episode in about another 7 minutes, I feel. You know what? I don't mind you having plots to give duchies to other people. That's fine. Okay, let's start this move. 5th of November, so we want to start it well before we actually get there. So on about the 1st of November, I'll make my war declaration. And yep, it's the usual. Apparently we had a battle down here in Treviso. Presumably against the Venetians. Yeah. Tell you what, there's a lot of disease in Italy right now. What is it? It's all typhoid, right? Yeah. Peasant revolt in Viasma. All the way up here. Well, it's not too big of an issue, because we're just going to go here, beat this guy's armies up. And, you know, besiege his shit, take it, and then we'll be walking right down here, because we wanted to deal with Russ. Looking good. And yeah, we'll just straight up assault this place. It shouldn't be too bad for us. He called somebody else into his war, but it is way too late for him. There we go, and we've captured some people. We're going to ransom these people back. Because, you know, it's cheap money. But that doesn't mean we can't take our army and send them down here to deal with these peasant scum. The Baroness wants us to deal with an assassination attempt, so we grant her a claim on the titles. The Venetians aren't doing anything of note. Good, good, good. And the other one, thank you. So yeah, all we really have to do is occasionally just wander this army around and beat up the Venetians when they show up. Jeez, another assassination attempt on the same individual. Okay. We just gotta wait for that ransom offer to finish. There it is. And I think we just, yeah. I accidentally clicked through the stewardship special event where he gives us a lot of money. You can tell that because I have a lot of money. And I would like to enforce my demands. Thank you very much. My unlanded son, Prince Rudgar, will get Karjala. Done. Okay, so this army needs to head down and they're going to deal with those guys. They should easily get there before they progress that siege very far. I think we could now form the Duchy of Karelia. Maybe? Where is it? We might not be able to, actually. Let me have a little look. Okay, so we could create it and give it to my son there. And that would let him press claims and all that sort of rubbish. We're going to do that. It makes sense. So create the Duchy of Karelia and grant it to my son. Now, does he need any vassals from us? No. He's already gotten those vassals. Good on him. So now when he gets into the position to, you know, raise up his troops, he can come up here and deal with these guys, if he so wishes. It's up to him, really. If he doesn't want to do it, then he doesn't want to do it, you know. I can't force anybody. That's a lie. I can totally force people. Give it up, Venetian. It's a real pain in the ass. The best way of winning this fight would be to go and attack Venice. But we need to get a lot of boats for that. And it would be a naval landing. And let me just put these troops, or these boats out to sea. And yeah, he's got 4,000 dudes sitting there. So we'd have to move an entire retinue. So, in the meantime, let's take Schwyz. We already have a barony there. So, you know, why not? This Burgundian revolt, though, has been going on for a long time. What is it, Lower Crown Authority? Yeah. Bizarre. Just ended already. They may end it now, because I've joined in to steal some of their lands. But if they do, well, I'll just declare war on Burgundy for it. Ain't no problem. Yeah, I'm getting the impression that we could only get those 20 ships once. If we put them down, we'll probably get the ability to get them again, but they don't cost us anything. They literally cost us nothing. I checked that out, and yes, I'm quite correct. Okay, so the Muslims have taken Jerusalem itself. I wish that they would go to war with this fellow now. And take his stuff, so that then all of Jerusalem, except for Acre. I wonder if that's going to cause a problem. It shouldn't. In all honesty, the Pope should be calling for crusades. Unless... Let me see. No, we can only do holy wars still. I hope I don't have to make him independent. You know what? I'll check that between episodes. We're too late in the episode for me to go and wiki something. But I'll check between the episodes whether the Pope needs to be independent to be able to call crusades. And honestly, if there's no definitive information on one way or the other, we may make him independent and you know, whatever, because we can always anti-pope him again. The moral authority of the Catholic faith is so high. Hang on. Right down there at the bottom. Ah, no, I know what that's from. It says victorious in Crusade. It should probably say victorious in Jihad, because that's us successfully defending against Jihads. Ugh. Not too much of an issue, though. The Byzantines have so many dudes in the college. That's ridiculous. He must be funding. Yeah, he totally is. Speaking of funding, can we buy anything? Jousting lists in Wittelsbach. Anything else? Yep, jousting lists in Wien. When we run out of things to do, like in our stuff and in the stuff of our immediate vassals, then we're going to start building additional holdings. Which, honestly, I will probably make castles and give to barons. Because, you know, why not? Also, barons are never really a threat. 33% there, that's fine. I would like all these wars to fuck off. I mean, I know we just started one, but it's this one here in Sicily that we're more concerned about, you know, not finishing and all that sort of stuff. Oh, looks like the Venetians hired mercenaries. Bad idea. Should have just taken the loss, bro. We'll probably have to chase them somewhere. Okay, that said that it gave us 75% war score. But it did not, so... Fuck if I know. I think they attacked this guy's little retinue. So we're going to chase them down, defeat them, and then we'll call it an end to the episode. There's 10% war score for killing all of those dudes. Wonderful. Accept for peace. Nope. Alright, so that's the end of the episode. When we come back, we'll try and get out of these wars. But if you've got any questions or comments, please go ahead and put them below, and I'll get to them as soon as possible. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you would like to see more of this sort of thing, well, the subscribe button is just down there if you'd like to give it a little tap. In the meantime, I've been Sub. You've been yourselves. Later.